Hey, hi everyone. I'm Rishabh from Data Couch, and I'm excited to welcome you to Volume 3 Introduction to GitHub Products, Plan, and Billing. In today's collaborative, code driven world, version control is the foundation of efficient software development. Git, the world's most widely used distributed version control system, and GitHub, the leading platform for hosting and collaborating on Git repositories, have changed how developers, teams, and organizations build and ship software. Building on the concept we covered in Volume 1 and 2, this session will focus on understanding GitHub's free, pro, team, and enterprise plans, what each includes in terms of features, user management, security controls, and billing workflows. We'll also cover practical ways to maximize your GitHub investment, including cost optimization, upgrading or downgrading plans, and license management. I welcome you all. Please join me in welcoming Vishwanath Swami.
Couple of previous sessions. Now we'll do the third session. It's on GitHub products. Okay, so in this we will see the account types, plan options, associated features, billing, and we'll see some other products also. So the first thing is, let me go back to this one. If you see, let me go the two parts of this foundations, part 1 and part 2. Okay, so we are here in this part 1. And we did cover these two, introduction to Git and introduction to GitHub. And today's session is introduction to GitHub products. There's a ton of these things available. So we'll see. Let's start breaking the ice piece by piece. So we'll see the difference between personal account, organization, and enterprise, and we'll see pricing plans, and we'll be seeing the GitHub desktop to a decent extent, but we will not be able to look at the GitHub mobile. Okay, so we'll see with this GitHub account and plans. So if you see, we will have when you create a GitHub account, that is personal. That means it will be having your name like this. You create an account and it will be having that. Now if I go to github.com here, okay, if I come to this GitHub, okay, so let me sign out of this one. I'll sign out from all, and let me sign in again. As I'm signing in to continue with my Google account. So we'll see that it is showing my GitHub personal account here. You see, if I come in here to this personal, this shows it's a GitHub personal account. Right? And here, in here, you can see that nothing is available here. There are no organizations. Okay, let's see this piece by piece. So we can create a personal account, and there are multiple options. But what I would suggest is when you are creating your GitHub account, it reflects your professional side of the world also. So it's better to have a name, a good name where others can understand. I mean, it's all everybody's personal choice. I'm just suggesting from a professional perspective. I mean, even when I was young, I used to do all uh, names, which I felt it is funny. But now I'm gray hairs and old man. Now when I look back, what did I do? I see, oh, those were wrong things. Now having a name and also name repository itself is identifying, okay, it is Swami. Like, can create Swami 007 or whatever it is, but that's due to unavailability of the name. Shipalo at yahoo.com, and this is my personal account, and then you can click on verify. This is pretty critical. You have to be very careful and click on submit. Sometimes it accepts, sometimes it is more. Now get GitHub Copilot for business, because suppose if you have the some of the facilities you have it, but on your personal, but when you're creating organization, again it will ask, do you need it for this organization? Okay, so each organization you create and you want to use those paid services, it will be an additional $21 or $4, as we have seen that when we said that we need to create a GitHub org, it was asking, do you need team $4 or enterprise $21? So I said that I don't want to enable any services. I'm good with that free. I said that complete this setup. Now this is my organization. Now I'll switch back to profile. As we were initially here, we didn't see any of these icons here. At the time, we only had our personal GitHub account. We did not create any organizations. Now, if I have to create a repo, when I'm creating a repo, here it will ask whether this repo belongs to my personal account or whether it should go into the organization. So let's come back here to my profile, and you can see you can navigate into this one. Okay, what I'll do is I'll open this on a site, so we can see this is my personal account, and when I go to this organization account, it doesn't show my personal, but it shows my organization. But net you can see this, I am the owner there. How can we verify? You can see that we can come back here, and here we'll have a lot of other settings you can see, and it's tagged to my listing, and this is my another personal email, and you can see that organizational role, and all these things we can see it will be available. Okay, so we can see different things like licensing, what kind of license do we have. So it says that it's just GitHub free. It doesn't include code spaces and all these things. Like if I want to sign up for Copilot, I need to add additionally. And if you want to change this from free organization to the billable organization, I can go ahead and upgrade this to the paid version. Like you can see that whether it is in here, this is all 0. Okay, this is all 0, and you can see this. I mean, metered usage. We'll get the muted usage here, and budget and alerts. and we can have this licensing. Just now we have seen that, and that's what we initially, when we were creating it, we saw that the theme is of $4. Like you can see that, and they're giving a yearly discount. If you pay that, it is $48, and we'll get quite a few additional features, and we can add the billing and payment method there, and you can see this payment information. Now you can have some coupon. We can redeem this coupon, and sometimes if you have a personal Azure subscription, we can hook the Azure subscription. So whatever the $4 you have to pay, those $48, that will get deducted from your Azure subscription. Suppose if you have $100 credit, so you can add the Azure subscription. So whatever the $4 per month, which it was expecting, will get deducted from your Azure subscription. Okay. Now we didn't pay anything, and here is the organization one. Now you can see this organization management. You see this, and the role assignment. We didn't assign any role. We don't want to now, and rest of the other things are here. We'll come back to that. Let's go back to this one, and we'll see. We can go and do some customization. That's not a big deal here. So let's see, the enterprise account is, it will have your company name, and there'll be a lot of other features. You'll have a policies. You can define policies, um, like who will be in your organization. It's for the company, or even if you have a startup and 2-3 people are there, still you can have that enterprise, because a lot of those securities and other things which are available, it's pretty fantastic. I mean, there's no equivalent to that enterprise account. It's super cool, that one. Now you can see this free will have everything, and GitHub free for personal account. Now a lot of things they are giving it for free, and GitHub free for organization. So where you have the team control access, that's what we were trying to see here. Here we can come in here, and we can create different teams, and you can say that, okay, we have team A, business development managers, and team B, architects, and project A, project B team, like 4 teams we can have. So instead of anyone who's coming in adding them to individual repositories, instead of doing that, it's better add and remove people in the team. And when you create an repo, add the team to the repo, so that way every one of them will get access to that particular. Now GitHub Pro, we have seen, apart from what it is there for free, we get support via email, GitHub Actions, and 2 GB. There it is a lesser um, space for packages. Like you can see here in this, the packages, if you go, we can create our own packages. But if you see the, oh, sorry, settings, I'm sorry. If you see the settings over here, the packages here also, you will have this packages, but we will have the little bit of limitations over the over this one. It's 500 GB, I think so. Sorry, 500 MB or something. Here it is 2 GB. 180 GitHub code spaces core hours, and 20 GB GitHub code spaces storage per month. And advanced tools, pull request review, multiple pull requests, branch protection, code owners, auto link references, GitHub pages, wikis, and repository insights for pulse and other things. That means how many people are coming in, watching your repositories and all these things. Like you can see this here. Almost it is same, almost same. It's in the GitHub team is designed for organization. Here you can see this GitHub Pro is for individual developers, and as we have seen that for this is like, let me come back. This is my personal, isn't it? That we can come back to this one, and here we can enable the GitHub Pro here. GitHub Pro is similar to GitHub Free, but with little bit of advanced settings. And team is for organization. Like if you go here, we saw it was asking us to update it to the team. That's what we have seen somewhere. And enterprise we have seen enterprise server and GitHub. Difference between enterprise server and enterprise cloud. So it's a self-hosted solution that organization have full control. Like uh, it's like private cloud kind of thing where you have full control. Okay, so GitHub Enterprise Cloud includes few other features like GitHub Action Minutes or package storage, like they're giving 50,000 minutes per month, 50 GB, and service level agreement. I mean, they're ensuring that you don't need to maintain your own infrastructure. You can use the GitHub Cloud, and now the control goes into GitHub's table where they will manage, and they're saying that 99.9 monthly uptime. I mean, there's always a little bit of downtime here and there, but apart from that, it's all everything is managed by them. Only if you have a specific policies that you have to create your own infrastructure, self-hosted solutions, and you want full control, you can use that one. Next, we'll go to the next one. We'll discuss about GitHub Desktop. So if you come back to this and GitHub Desktop. If you click on this GitHub Desktop, it's such a nice UI tool. It's not that you can't do without GitHub Desktop. No, you can, but there's a nice tool. A guy like me who cannot remember all the commands of GitHub, I use this GitHub Desktop all the time. All the time I use this GitHub Desktop. So you can see a lot of these things. When you come back to this one, GitHub Desktop, once you install, you will have options to sign in. If you have GitHub Enterprise, you can sign into that. Or if you have a personal account, you can sign into this one. So if you have a repo created here, you can do the clone from here, or whatever is your personal account, and you can click on clone a repository. And if you come back to the GitHub account, you can see whatever are my repositories. It immediately shows it here because all are Wishipiler. So it shows up everything in here. And if I have any organizations, even those organizations also will be displayed here. You can see that. Swamistic Skills Academy, a lot of these things. You don't need to go anywhere to search. So that's here. Like here, if you see that, here I have my personal account, and here I have the organization account. Like if I configure this in my GitHub desktop, all I can do is click on this, go and get any repo whichever I want to clone from server to local. I can select this and clone it. Okay, so a lot of other features are there. We're just touching the tip of the iceberg, but uh, if you come and see, quite a few things are available in this. Let me show this piece. Like, assume that it is here. I just do refresh, and then again, that's a main branch, and we can switch between different branches. You can come and create new branches here, and you can push it. And inside the history, if you see that, how did we proceed this, it shows that in which commit, what all the files we have changed. And all these things will be shown in here, where you can come and look at this. Okay, so that's we can clone a repository and start working, and we can see the commit changes